Alright everyone, welcome back. I know it's been about a month. I just hadn't felt like coming out here and making a video. I've been extremely busy, which that's always the case. Every time I make a video, I'll tell you, oh, I've been busy, da, da, da. Anyway, been very busy. So I actually had got this mold not long after the last video. I think I'd done a video about a month ago. I got this mold probably a few days after that. So I was just going to show it, give my thoughts. This is the only mold I've ever bought from this company. It's not a bad design. It's got, I'll give my honest opinions on it in case you are wondering about it. It's the company, I think they're bulk plastic baits or something like that. Seeing them on Marketplace a little bit. Anyway, they had a Craw design I saw that looked interesting, so I bought the mold, little 4-cavity, 4-inch mold. Their zipper Craw mold, but once I got it in and shot, I did shoot it one time and tested the bait, and I'm like, I'm not sure, because I like the body, I like how it looks, but I'll just have to show you when I make one and explain to you. Anyway, the plastic should be ready. I just took half and half. I had some white and I had some green pumpkin from a couple weeks ago I had made. So I took just a little bit of white and a little bit of green pumpkin put together, and interesting. I've actually done that color before. It turns into something like that. So we're gonna shoot it real quick and then we will talk about it. Like I say, I've only shot this mold one other time, made 4 baits to see how they looked. Hopefully that plastic was still warm enough. Plastic was at 315 when I stuck it back in there to wait, so it should be warm enough. Depends on the mold. Like I say, I haven't shot this mold enough to know if it does okay at lower temperatures, because some of my molds, I can shoot it as low as 275, 280 and be fine. Some of them require 315, 320 to do good. All right. Anyway, while we're waiting on that, I will give an update. I did buy one of these SDG Multiblocks by N2 Manufacturing. I've used it a couple of times. If you're going to be doing swim baits and stuff like that, I mean, this would help. It would help you. Personally, I probably won't use it that much, just because, I mean, hell, this tool right here, when I bounce back and forth, I just bust it, pour more in, and it's quicker for me to use my original one and do this than it is to use this one and then have to take, it's cheap. It's only about $70, so it's not a bad investment. But like I say, it ain't something that you will see me use a whole lot. I'll just, it's a good idea. I ain't knocking it. I'm definitely not knocking it. It's something that, like I say, it's a great idea. If you're doing a lot of them, I could see in the long run maybe, but me doing it as a hobby, unless I just want to grab that one, I'll probably still just grab my old one. Anyway, this is almost done, and we will look at it and I'll explain what I'm talking about. Like I say, it's one of those molds that I bought just to look at. and it's the claw design is what I'm not crazy about. If he was to redesign the way the claws are, I think it would be a lot better bait. It's just here's the outside of it. It's got it etched in it, 4-inch zipper Craw, 4 cavity. Now it's a thick mold. Like you compare it, show you over here, try to get lined up. I mean, it's a thick ass mold. These are Epic bait molds, and they're already, you know, good thickness. So yeah, it's a thick mold. But anyway, break it open. It's a good looking color. See, I like the I did like the body. It's very similar to like the Craw style molds I use, baits I use. I just wanted something that had a little bit more body to it, you know. But here's the honest issue I have with it. Like I say, the Craw, I do like the body. You know, it's kind of thin, but it's got a wide body. In the pictures when I purchased it, I couldn't tell, but let me set this camera down so I can show you what I'm talking about. This is my only critique about it, is it don't have no flare. I mean, it barely has any kind of flare on the end. So to get the flappers to do any kind of movement, you have to move it at a certain speed. Like if you move it real slow, like me, I like to slow roll sometime. I mean, I'll slow it down. I like a bait that I can move slow, medium, fast. This one you have to move at least a medium speed, you know, like not quite burning it, but you have to move it just to get those to, and it's real subtle. I mean, they'll flip. I mean, they'll be beep, 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 beep. They'll flip, but to get it more, for example, if you was going to use this for a punch bait and you just drop it and let the weight pulls it down, these are going to be doing nothing. They're just going to go like a nothing. You have to get this bait to actually have any kind of action other than you snapping it. You snapping it, of course, they're going to move a little bit. But to get this bait to do any kind of actual crawl kicking, you're going to have to move it at least a medium to a medium fast speed. With that being said, I have found, I've used it one day just to, you know, test it a lot. I have found if you try to burn it, because it don't have no drag resistance on the back with no flappers, if you try to burn it, it will all of a sudden go zoom and run straight to the top. So even using, say, a 1/4 ounce weight, you know, it has no drag with no flippers, you know, so it's just like anyway, it's not a bad bait. It's just one of those that, I know I'm dragging on. This video is just strictly a review on this bait. Like I say, I have no affiliate with the company. I don't know the gentleman. This is the only mold I've ever bought. If you're interested, I mean, it's got its ups and downs. If you're planning on just using it to, you know, a medium retrieve, you know, just a nice medium retrieve, you don't want to go slow with it, then I mean, yeah, it'll work. I think after taxes, shipping and all, it was like $180 for this 4 cavity. Like I say, the mold has potential. You know, it's got vents. I even considered trying to take and waller that out a little bit more. Just, you know, I hate to modify a mold. Now I will modify certain ones, but you know, I'd hate to modify this one. most likely I'm gonna make just a couple more just for, you know, if I'm bored one day fishing and things are slow, might play with it a little bit more. Who knows, a bait like this, because it don't have a lot of, it might be good on a, you know, like a chatterbait trailer, you know. But anyway, this is a mold. This is one of the molds that I'm not going to keep. I had said that the first time I shot it and went and tested it. Before I ever took it to the lake, I went and tested it in my my koi pond, just move it back and forth. I'm like, wow, you actually have to move at a good medium speed. Like I say, everybody's different. Me personally, I like to be versatile. I like a bait that I can toss out there and let it, like, its own weight, bring it down. And especially the crawl style baits, I like the flappers to move slow. I like to be able to bring a bait in. If I see a bass coming up, you know, if I see the weight, without stopping, I personally like to slow it down a little bit, and it's still got that little kick. A bait like this, you slow it down, the kick is gone. There's no kick, and it's just boop. So that's my critique. Anyway, I know this is probably 10 minutes wasted of your life, but there's this. Trying to think anything else I need. Well, I haven't showed it on video. I've only used it one time on the actual water to test it out. I did buy a drone just to basically just to do scouting, you know, because there's times where I get in a thick area. I know traffic's loud, but there's times where I'll be on the water, I'll get in a thick area, and, you know, it'd be thick grass, I see it opening way over there. I'm like, man, will that pay off? You know, I wanted a drone that I could launch, fly, you know, try to get an aerial view of what's, you know, is it worth it? You know, if I can see bottom, you know, see if it's worth trying to tear through there. You know, a month or so ago in Guntersville, I had a situation like that. Thick grass, there was an opening. Now it paid off, but at the same time, I was like, oh, it probably ain't worth it, but I tore through it anyway. But I like, you know, I wanted a drone to be able to do that with. It's full waterproof. It's, I mean, hell, it sends you video back underwater, because you can land it in the water, look around under the water, bring it back up, you know. So I did buy a drone just for that. It's designed for shark fishing. Basically, I guess you haul baits out, you know, and do surf type fishing, which I bought it strictly for scouting and looking at stuff that I, you know, see if it's worth tearing through. And I know it's expensive to do it, but I wanted one. I could have got a cheaper one, but I wanted one that was 100% waterproof, that you can land in the water and do all that. But anyway, and I'll probably show it on a later video. I actually have some video. My dad was with me when I was just flying around playing with it, but I might add that to the end of this. I need to watch it again, because my dad, and that he's trying to record on his cell phone. It's just like spotty, so I might condense it down to a little bit so you can see what it looks like. Because you know, I don't want to waste 5 minutes of your time you trying to watch a damn drone. But anyway, there's this. Like I say, you can find them if you're interested in it. You can definitely find them on Facebook Marketplace. I see them posted in some of the groups. But anyway, they're a company. They're calling it Bulk Plastic Baits, which, you know, they do have other molds. This is just the only one I've bought so far, and if they modify the actual flippers, I think they have something. As of now, it's, you know, it's okay mold. It ain't one I'm going to keep just because of that. But anyway, thank you for watching, and we'll catch you next time. Here she comes.
I hit. Yeah. I don't know if I can get to any of it or not. Shit. I can't. We'll find out here. Can't see shit. There it is. Oh, shit.